up, y'all? I made it. I finally brought the bike outside because it was 50 degrees today. So check. I said, let me get my riding angle on and give y'all a little rundown. I had to do a couple things. I had to hit the bank. I had to ride around and make sure that this bike was cool. And this bike is A1. I love this bike. I'll be honest. I can tell that if you are a professional person that often buys one of these Temu bikes, well, not Temu bikes, an electric bicycle, you probably wouldn't like this that much because, as you can see, I'm 200 pounds. When you sit on the bike, it caves in a little bit. See that? I let my poppy bull ride it. No diddy. That was crazy. I let the bull who owned the poppy store ride this year earlier. He rode it around the store a little bit. Wow, that sounds crazy. The poppy store bull owner, the gentleman that owns the poppy store down the street. How do we do that? Anyways, he was riding around the store and he was doing this. He was like, oh, there's no goopa. There's no goopa. Too much. I was like, yeah, I know, man. I don't know what else to do. So I will be riding this around a lot, getting my use out of it, see if I can make the $300 back for this bike, and probably get a $600. It's my next one. All in all, I do like the bike. Gets me to and from. Got me out here. Didn't take that much battery. It's still at a full battery, it says. So you can't beat it, really. All in all, I like the bike. I would probably go pedal it around some more, or ride around the city a little bit, see how far I can get before I get to 50% battery life, and then head back, give the synopsis. So I will say, I bought the 10 milliamp hour version of this bike, and I feel like it gets me a little bit less runtime than my Highboy S2. So I will be springing for the 20 milliamp hour battery. But I do like the ride, real smooth ride. The horn's nice and loud. You can hear me right there, trying to get past this car that was pulling out. All in all, it's a really smooth ride though. Much smoother than most of my scooters. Much smoother. I will say, I had to figure out how to get the seat locked in right. It kept falling down on me. I can give you a little tips and tricks at the end of this video to show you how to make sure everything's really stable. Because if you don't stabilize the screws on the handlebars and the seats, it'll continue to go down as you're riding. And it's really annoying and uncomfortable. So I'll show you how to fix that. But all in all, it was a nice ride. I ran into my dad on my travels. He was downtown taking photos, so I said, let me go pull up on him. You see him going around. I showed him the new bike. He loves it too. He's not gonna ride on a new bike. My dad is in his 70s. He's not gonna hop on a bike. But thought it was cool. Thought it was a real interesting thing. Yeah, it was good seeing him. So I headed out. I started floating back around. Played a little bit of music. And my bike started dying right around there. So that's how I know I need a little bit of a better battery. You can see it's still on, but it's got one bar on the throttle. So this was pretty much the end of the ride. It was incomplete. And I ended up having to walk a good 15 blocks. But that brings me to my next note about the bike. It's terrible when it comes to pedaling. Pedaling is not the way that this bike is supposed to be ridden. So the pedals are really bad. If you're trying to buy this bike to use it as a pedal bike, get another bike. This ain't it. And this is where the scooter officially died. You can see that there's no more lights on the handlebars. This is where I gave up. But it was nice though. It was a good smooth ride the whole time. Fun trip. I tried to pedal it a little bit more. Seat kind of kept falling down a little bit. feel like I had to readjust the seat right around here somewhere. But yeah, all in all, it's a real smooth ride. I do like it. I do enjoy it. Oh yeah, this is where the seat went bad. Another note is that this chain does fall off. I was able to get it back on in transit by loosening it on the front, putting it on the back spokes, and then using the wheels to kind of guide it back onto the larger spokes track. So as you see, I'm turning the wheels to just guide it back on. So it's kind of easy to put the chain back on once you get the hang of it. Once you get the hang of putting the seat back up and everything. But yeah, fun ride. So yeah, I've been riding this bike for about a week now, and I got a couple tips and tricks that I've learned to keep this thing stabilized. So I figured I'd share some of my new developments with you. Let me get a table. Thanks. So the way that this bike folds, it's got all these clasps right here. There's one here for where the seat goes. There's one here for where the handlebars fold up. There's another one for the handlebars that shrink down. And then there's another clasp on the back of here that actually opens the bike. So the one issue that I've had with this bike is these clasps right here. This clasp right here is for the handlebars, right? So one of the things that I've noticed is that because I'm a little bit bigger, the max weight capacity for this bike is 264 pounds. I tend to float around 200. I'm 190 sometimes. I'm 210 sometimes. So for that reason, I feel like in that reason alone, these handlebars tend to like go down while you're riding. I got them pretty stuck in place. So you see how easily it goes up and down with my force as I'm riding. Sometimes you gotta put your body weight in your handlebars. These handlebars will go down. Same with the seat. The seat will go down from me sitting on it. And I've learned that the best way to combat that and to honestly get rid of it fully is to fully hand tighten these clamps right here first. Fully hand tighten these first. And then once they're fully hand tightened, then you close them. Might be a little more difficult while you're out. I might have to loosen it up just a little bit, but make sure these things are as tight as possible. And then close them on. And this will not go down when you tighten it in that way. I do the same for the seat. The seat, you know, I make sure that this thing is as tight as it can possibly get, hand tight, so that this thing's not moving when it's unlocked still. Then force it closed. This thing don't go nowhere. Very sturdy bike once you do that. So all in all, great bike. I've been able to hit that 20 mile an hour max capacity. I want to see if there's some things I could do to upgrade it. I would love for it to go 25, maybe 30 max, just so that if I'm ever in traffic, I can speed up faster than most vehicles. But I use it in the city only, so most vehicles aren't going faster than me that much. Yeah, great bike. Love it. Comment below, like, share. Let me know what other things I could get and purchase. One thing that I did get to combat the low battery life, I did get a portable battery. This battery is about 300 watt hours. So I haven't fully tried it out, but this 300 watt hour battery that costs $125 on Amazon was able to at least get me halfway charged on this when I was just testing it out. I didn't let it drain the whole battery just because I was in the process of doing a lot of things. But this is great because this will go straight in my backpack. This dies, I can charge it up and keep it moving. I plan on getting the 20 milliamp hour battery so that I can use that, keep this one as a spare in my backpack, and then also keep this in another on the main compartment so that if I ever need to switch a battery out, I could be charging that battery in my bag while this is floating through the city. So like, share, comment. Thanks for watching. Let me know if there's better bikes, other things we should buy and test out. Let me know. Stay tuned. Got more videos coming soon.